Is the screen clear? Okay. So this is the conversion of continuous additive wide Gaussian channel into a vector channel. So the vector conversion may be realized using a demodulator based on either correlator or matched filter. നമ്മൾ ഓൾറെഡി ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്ത കാര്യമാണ് വെക്റ്റർ കൺവേർഷൻ നമുക്ക് ഡിമോഡുലേറ്റർ ബേസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ കൺവേർഷൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത് അല്ലെ റിയലൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതിൽ ഈ ഡിമോഡുലേറ്റർ ക്യാൻ ബി ഐദർ എ കോറിലേറ്റർ ഓർ എ മാച്ച്ഡ് ഫിൽട്ടർ. So the demodulator which is used in vector conversion, that is signal demodulator, can either be a correlator or it can be a matched filter. So here we are discussing a correlator type demodulator. So this is the correlator type demodulator. Here the figure shows the correlator type configuration. Here we have a received signal R of t, and this is the phi 1 of t, phi 2 of t, and phi n of t. So R of t is given to a product modulator, and R of t is multiplied by phi 1 of t, phi 2 of t, and phi n of t. And this product modulator is followed by an integrator, which integrate over 0 to t interval. And this product modulator followed by an integrator is nothing but a correlator. So signal demodulator used here is a correlated type demodulator. Here correlator, we say the term correlator because here we can see a product modulator followed by integrator, and the signal demodulator which convert the R of t, that is the received signal, into a vector signal R1, R2, R3 in one vector form like a signal demodulator, which is a correlated type demodulator which convert the received signal R of t into vector component R1, R2, R3, etc. up to Rn. So this output, that is R1, R2, R3, which is the vector component, is given to a detector. The detector takes the vector at the output of the demodulator. So this is our demodulator, and this output is given to a detector. So detector takes this output from the demodulator, and based on the decision, and based on it decide which m possible signals was transmitted. So based on this component, the detector make decision which m component of the signal was transmitted. So this is a signal demodulator, which is a correlated type demodulator. And here the product modulator is followed by integrator, so it's called a correlator. So the received signal is converted into vector form by passing through a signal demodulator, which is a correlator type demodulator. The signal demodulator can be also a matched filter, but here we are discussing a correlator type demodulator, and it is given to a detector, and detector make decision, and detector take decision which m part of the transmitted signal was transmitted. Here we assume that n basis function spans the signal space. So here we have n basis function phi 1, phi 2, phi 3, etc. for up to phi n of t. So the n, we assume that this n basis function phi n of t spans the signal space. Hence every transmitted signal Sm of t is the transmitted signal. So every transmitted signal can be represented as a linear combination of this phi n of t. So here we have n basis function phi n of t, and we assume that this phi n of t spans the signal space, and hence every transmitted signal Sm of t is nothing but transmitting the signal. So every transmitted signal Sm of t can be represented as a linear combination of this basis function phi n of t. In case of noise, it do not span the noise space. So in case of noise, the function phi n of t not spans the noise space. Here the received signal is R of t. As we can see in the figure, the received signal is R of t. This R of t is passed through a parallel bank of n cross correlator. Here we can see a parallel bank of n cross correlator, that is product modulator followed by an integrator. So this received signal R of t is passed through n cross correlator, and each cross correlator compute the projection on R of t as a basis function of phi of t. This is the received signal R of t. So It's clear that the vector conversion may be realized using a demodulator based on either correlator or matched filter. That is, signal demodulator can be either a correlator type or a matched filter type. So here we are dealing with correlated type demodulator, and this correlated type demodulator is discussed here. Here it consists of a product modulator followed by an integrated part, output of which is the vector form of R of t, and this is given to a detector. Detector make decision and it decide which m possible signal was transmitted. And here we are assuming n basis function, that is phi 1, phi 2, phi 3 up to phi n of t, which spans the signal space, and Sm of t is the transmitted signal. Hence Sm of t can be represented as a linear combination of this phi n of t. In case of noise, it does not span the noise space, and the received signal R of t is given to passed through n cross correlator, that is modulator followed by integrator. Now we'll consider the kth correlator. Here we have phi 1, phi 2, phi 3 followed by integrator up to phi n of t. So here we are considering the kth correlator, that is the kth product modulator followed by integrator. So here we are considering kth correlator output. So the kth output of the kth correlator is nothing but it is integrated over the interval 0 to t. So 0 to t R of t into phi k of t dt. Here we can see if it is a second correlator output means phi R of t into phi 2 of t dt. So here we are considering the kth correlator. So it will be R of t into phi k of t dt, that is over the integral 0 to t. And as we know, R of t is nothing but Sm of t plus n of t. നമുക്കറിയാം received signal R of t എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ transmitted signal plus additive white Gaussian noise കൂടി add on ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് received signal. So R of t is nothing but 0 to t Sm of t plus n of t into phi k of t dt. So substituting for R of t, we get this equation. And for the kth received signal Rk can be represented as Smk plus Nk. This is in the case of R of t. So in case of Rk, that is the kth received signal, Rk is nothing but Smk plus, that is transmitted at the kth message signal transmitted at the kth time add in noise component. So Rk is nothing but Smk plus Nk. So Smk can be denoted as 0 to t Sm of t into phi k of t dt. That is, that is every signal can be, and here we have n basis function which spans the signal space. Sm of t is the transmitted signal, and every transmitted signal can be written as a linear combination of basis functions. So Smk it's nothing but 0 to t Sm of t into phi k of t dt, and Nk is nothing but 0 to t, that is a simple duration integrating over 0 to t n of t into phi k of dt. So Smk Nk we got. Here Smk it's a deterministic quantity and it is contributed by the transmitted signal Sm of t. Smk it's a deterministic quantity and it is contributed by the transmitted signal Sm of t. And Nk is nothing but a sample value of random variable due to the presence of additive white Gaussian noise. Nk is additive white Gaussian noise and the sample variable ആണ് random variable, and Smk it's a deterministic quantity and it is contributed by the transmitted signal Sm of t. Now we substitute for this R of t. R of t is nothing but summation k equal to 1 to n Smk into phi k of t plus summation k equal to 1 to n Nk into phi k of t plus n dash of t. So R of t it's a transmitted integration. This integration we are changing into summation. R of t is nothing but Sm of t plus n of t. Same here we are writing R of t is nothing but Sm of t component plus n of t component. So R of t is nothing but k equal to 1 to n Smk into phi k of t plus additive noise part, that is Gaussian part, k summation k equal to 1 to n Nk into phi k of t plus n dash of t. So we are taking phi k out common. then smk plus nk into phi k of t plus n dash of t on r of t. So smk plus nk we already know it's rk. So that is a summation k equal to 1 to n rk into phi k of t plus n dash of t is nothing but our r of t. Here what is this n dash of t? Here we can see there is an n dash of t. N dash of t equation is n of t minus summation k equal to 1 to n and k into phi k of t dt. Phi k of t. The received signal r of t is expressed like this. That is r of t equal to summation k equal to n rk into phi k of t plus n dash of t. And n dash of t is nothing but n of t minus summation k equal to 1 to n nk into phi k of t. Here this n dash of t is a zero mean Gaussian noise process that represent the difference between the original. N dash of t is nothing but the difference between the original noise component n of t and a part corresponding to the projection n of t on the basis function. That is, this n of t is nothing but a difference between original noise component n of t and a projection of n of t on basis function phi k of t. This is the projection of n of t on basis function phi k of t. So this n dash of t it's only a difference between the original n of t minus the projection of n of t on the basis function phi k of t. So this is our received signal r of t, and this expression for r of t is rk phi k of t plus n dash of t. N dash of t it's the difference between the original signal n of t and the projection of n of t on the basis function phi k of t. So here we are considering the kth correlator output. Here we have n cross correlator output. Out of this we are considering kth correlator output, and kth correlator output is nothing but this r of t into phi k of t. That's r of t another sm of t plus n of t. Here we are considering the kth output, so it will become smk of t plus nk of t into phi k of dt. So we are converting the integral into summation. This r of t is nothing but smk of phi k of t plus nk phi k of t plus n dash of t and taking the common term outside, we get smk plus nk is nothing but rk. So this is the final equation for the kth correlator output r of t. And now we take the expectation. We find the expectation. The expectation of nk. So we know the equation for nk. So we'll substitute the equation for nk. That is expectation is equal, expectation of nk is nothing but expectation of 0 to t n of t phi k of t dt. So we are taking the integral outside and expectation inside. So in 0 to integral 0 to t, expectation of n of t into phi k of t dt is nothing but 0. Since n of t is a 0 mean Gaussian noise and then expectation one 0 on. So this is the expectation of nk, that is a noise additive noise component. And now we are find the variance, that is sigma square nk. Sigma square nk is nothing but expectation of nk square minus expectation of nk the whole square. So we already know expectation of nk we already have find out 0 so it's nothing but expectation of nk square and expectation sigma variance. So we will substitute for this nk and equation we already know 0 to t n of t phi k of t dt, and we will take another variable for the next nk, that is 0 to t n of u phi k of u d. Now taking the two terms phi k of t and phi k of u nt nu du dt, and we will find the expectation of this n of t and n of u. Here, this expectation of n of t and n of u is nothing but it is autocorrelation function of the noise process. Here, n of t and n of u are noise component. So this expectation is nothing but autocorrelation. They are autocorrelating. So this can be represented as Rn of tu. Rn of tu is nothing but autocorrelation function of the noise process. So this Rn of tu can be represented as Rn of tu is nothing but n0 by 2 into del of t minus u. So we are substituting in the variance equation this Rn of tu P comma U. This is nothing but autocorrelation of noise process, and it can be represented, or equation is equal to n0 by 2 into del of t minus u. So the variance is nothing but 0 to t, phi k of t, phi k of u, n0 by 2 into del of t minus u dt du. This is the variance sigma square of nk. And here we are taking outside n0 by 2, and the rest of the term, it will become, on integrating, it will become 1. And the variance we obtain is sigma square nk is nothing but n0 by 2. So similarly, we are finding the expectation of the transmitted signal, received signal Rk. Rk, we know it is nothing but expectation of S. Rk, we are substituting for Rk. Rk is nothing but transmitted signal plus noise component, that is expectation of S of mk plus nk. We already know expectation of nk, we have already find out 0. So substituting 0, it is expectation of S of mk, that is transmitted signal expectation ആണ് received signal, that is Rk and expectation. Both are equal. And variance, we know sigma square R received signal variance ആണ്, and it is equal to noise in the variance, that is already we have found out, that is n0 by 2. Hence the noise component nk as 0 mean uncorrelated Gaussian random variable with this noise component n0 by 2. So we have already in the here we have found the kth correlator output ആണ്, that is R of t we have found. The equation for R of t we have found, and we obtained the equation in terms of this n dash of t, and here we found that n dash of t is nothing but original noise component minus the projection of this noise component and on the kth basis function. And afterwards we have found the expectation of this noise component, that is nk, and we found that the expectation is 0. And we next found the variance of this noise component, and we found that the variance has the value n0 by 2. Here, on finding the expectation of this n of t, n of u, we found that it is the autocorrelation function of the noise component. So it can be represented by, it was represented by Rn of t comma u. That is the autocorrelation function of noise component. So we know the equation for the autocorrelation function is nothing but n0 by 2 into del of t minus u. So on substituting this Rn of tu in this equation, we obtain that sigma square, there is a variance is nothing but n0 by 2 into 0 to t integral phi k of t, phi k of u, del of t minus u dt du. So this sigma variance is nothing but n0 by 2. So we are finding the expectation of the received signal Rk, that is the kth correlator output on Rk. So we are finding the expectation for this kth correlator output Rk. So Rk can be represented by expectation of S of mk plus nk ana. We have already found the expectation of nk, which is 0. So expectation of S of mk plus 0 is nothing but expectation of S of mk. So the received signal, that is the kth correlator output Rk എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിന്റെ expectation is equal to expectation of the kth transmitted signal SMK. And variance, we got that sigma r square sigma square r is equal to sigma square n. So it is equal to n0 by 2. That is, we have already found the kth variance of this noise component, that is n0 by 2. Now we are going to find the conditional probability density function of this random variable. So since the noise component here, we can, from this we understood that the noise component are uncorrelated. So the Gaussian random variable, they are also statistically independent. Hence conditional probability density we are defining here. The conditional probability density function of the random variable R1, R2, R3, which is equal to RR. This is the conditional probability, that is P of R given Sm is nothing but integral summation k equal to 1 to n P of Rk given Smk. This is the conditional probability equation. So we are finding the conditional probability density function of the random variable, that is P of R given Sm, which is nothing but summation k equal to 1 to n probability of Rk given S of Mk. Here M equal to 1 to 1, 2, 3, etc. up to M. M can take values. And here we will find the equation for this P of Rk given S of Smk. Here P of Rk given Smk is nothing but 1 by root of 2 pi n0 by 2 into exponent of minus Rk minus Smk the whole square divided by n0. So we will cancel this 2 and we'll get the equation 1 by root of pi n0 exponent into minus Rk minus Smk the whole square by n0. This equation is clear, and on taking this square root term, we'll get that 1 by pi into n0 the whole raised to 1 by 2 into exponent of minus Rk minus Smk the whole square divided by n0. So this is the conditional probability density of the random variable R. Conditional probability is given by P of R given Sm. That is the R എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മളെ vector component ആണ്. Vector R given, that is the received signal, vector R divided by transmitted, or the received signal given the transmitted signal. So we are finding the conditional probability for this random variable R. This is for this we should know this function, that is probability of Rk given Smk, that is the received signal Rk given the transmitted signal Smk. So we find the probability of this P of Rk given Smk. It's nothing but this Rk minus Smk the whole square. It is a transmitted received signal of the kth correlator output Rk minus transmitted signal Smk divided by n0, and here this is the variance term n0 by 2. This 2 and this 2 get cancelled, so it become 1 by under root pi into n0. So this is the probability density function of random variable. And finally we get that R equal to Sm plus n. Nothing but received signal is nothing but transmitted plus n. Hence that here we can define that the additive wide Gaussian channel is equivalent to n-dimensional vector channel described by this R equal to Sm plus n. So the optimum detector is to be designed such that it can make a decision on the transmitted signal in each signal interval based on the observation of the vector R in each interval, so that the probability of the correct decision is maximized. Here the decision rule is based on a computation of posterior probability defined by probability of signal Sm was transmitted given R, and maximum a posterior probability, that is map criteria, is used in Bayes rule, can be defined as P of Sm given R is nothing but P of R given Sm into P of Sm divided by P of R. That is P of Sm is the a priori probability of the mth signal being transmitted, and P of R given Sm is the conditional probability of observed vector given Sm, which we have already defined. And P of R is nothing but summation m equal to 1 to m P of R given Sm into P of Sm. So before going on to the optimum detector, we will again refresh what we have studied. So up to this we have discussed. So here we have found the expectation value and the mean variance value of this both received signal and transmitted signal. That is for the received signal variance noise component equal n0 by 2 kitti. Then we are finding the conditional probability density function of this random variable. Here we are finding this because the noise component are uncorrelated Gaussian random variable and they are also statistically independent on this noise component. So hence conditional probability we are finding, and the conditional probability density function of the random variable R1, R2, R3, etc. Rn are equal to P of R given Sm, which is nothing but P of Rk given Smk. So we are finding the equation for this P of Rk given Smk. It's nothing but 1 by under root 2 pi n0 by 2 into exponent of minus Rk minus Smk the whole square divided by n0 ആണ്. all terms are familiar in this. RK, SMK, every terms are familiar in this. So now from this we can get that R equal to nothing but Sm plus n. That is, additive white Gaussian channel is equivalent to n-dimensional vector channel described by R equal to Sm plus n. Now we will find the optimum detector. Here we define an optimum detector. An optimum detector is designed in such a way that it can make decision based on the it can make decision on the transmitted signal in each signal interval, that is 0 to t ആണ് നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ എടുത്ത signal interval, based on the observation vector r, which is obtained at the output of signal demodulator output il kittunnadana vector r. So an optimum detector has to be designed in such a way that this optimum detector can make decision on the transmitted signal in each signal interval. So here we have discussed about the demodulator part. Now the demodulator output, which is an optimum vector, this is given to an optimum detector. This optimum detector make the decision which possible M signal was transmitted. So here the optimum detector has to be designed such that it can make decision on the transmitted signal in each signal vector interval based on the observation of the vector R in each interval. So the probability of the correct decision is maximized. So the optimum detector has to be designed such that it can make a decision on the transmitted signal in each signal interval based on the observation vector R in the based on the observation vector, that is the signal demodulator output. The optimum detector makes the decision so that the probability of the correct decision is maximized. So optimum detector make decision based on the vector output, that is the vector R output, which is output of the signal demodulator. And the decision rule which is taken by the detector is based on computation of posterior probability that is defined by, so the decision rule which governs the decision or the decision made by the detector is based on the computation of this posterior probability, and it is defined by probability of signal Sm was transmitted given R. That is, signal Sm was transmitted given R. This is the posterior probability defined. That is a decision rule. Based on this, computation of this probability is defined, and the maximum a posterior probability, this is the MAP criterion. This MAP criterion follows Bayes' rule. So this Sm given R, this is the decision rule. So this follows the MAP criteria, and this P of signal Sm was transmitted given R, which is nothing but P of Sm given R is nothing but it all rule. So we can write on considering the Bayes' rule, P of Sm by R is nothing but P of R by Sm into P of Sm divided by P of R. So here we know P of Sm എന്താണ് അറിയാം, it's an a priori probability of the mth signal be transmitted on P of Sm, and P of R given Sm is nothing but conditional probability of observed vector given Sm, and P of R, we know that it is nothing but summation m equal to 1 to m P of R given Sm into P of Sm. So this is the conversion of continuous additive white Gaussian channel into vector channel. So we have received a signal. We are passing through the signal demodulator, which is the correlator, and that is product modulator followed by integrator. On passing through this, we get the vector R. So we find the equation for this. What all we have found here is we found the equation of the kth correlator output RK നമ്മൾ find ചെയ്തു, അതിന്റെ expectation അതിന്റെ noise component expectation find ചെയ്തു, variance found ചെയ്തു. Then we have found the equation, we have found the same, that is variance for noise RK, expectation of RK we have found. Then we have defined the conditional probability of this vector component. We have found the conditional probability of this vector component R1, R2, R3, etc. Rn, that is conditional probability of vector component R നമ്മൾ find ചെയ്തു. Afterwards we are discussing about the detector part. That is the output this vector component is given to the detector part. So we are designing an optimum detector. An optimum detector is designed in such a way that decisions are made based on the vector compound, based on the observation of the vector R in the interval, so that the correct decision is made maximized or correct decision is made by the detector. And the decision rule which it governs, it's the posterior probability, and it is defined by P of R given Sm. And it obeys the Bayes rule, and it is also known as maximum a posterior probability, that is MAP criteria, and it follows Bayes rule, that is P of Sm given R, which is nothing but P of R given Sm into P of Sm divided by P of R. I hope it's clear.